So what does a rigid air barrier actually do? Well, a rigid air barrier actually does three things. So one thing it can be used for is a bracing element. So on the exterior of a building, traditionally you used a building wrap, but now a rigid air barrier can be used as a bracing element. So that means that wherever you need bracing, you can actually use that physical barrier as a bracing element. The second part is to control air leakage across your building envelope. One of the biggest reasons why homes don't feel warm is because the insulation isn't actually performing that well. So what a rigid air barrier does is it stops that free air flowing through your building frame, and it actually means that your insulation performs as it's supposed to be. The third part is that it provides a temporary weather protection during construction. And what that means is that once the rigid air barrier is up, you can actually start fitting off inside. So you can actually put that insulation in the frames, you can start putting up your plasterboard so that it allows buildings to actually complete faster than without. An additional benefit is that you're getting a quieter home, because having a rigid air barrier, you've actually got another physical board that gives another reason that stops noise going into your home. So if you're living near a noisy street, having a rigid air barrier will actually provide a quieter home than with only having a typical building wrap. These are all great reasons why your next home should have a rigid air barrier. One is bracing, two is increased thermal performance, three is a temporary weather protection, and then there's these other benefits like a quieter home, makes it more enjoyable to live in. And that's it. And check out this house, because it's a great example of what can happen and what a rigid air barrier actually looks like. Thanks.